hoping to last out the war since I had Gelra 100%ed, but that won't work if Gelra have occupations on me, and they do, of all places, down here. But I can take it back, it's not a huge commitment. Hell, my army is right in place to do so. But it would probably be better if I wiped you guys out first, so I don't have to worry about any threats around here. I think it doesn't really matter what your name is, because what matters is not your name, but what you do. And what you do is go swimming. Two of a kind, that sounds like admin power to me. Oh, those aren't even British, those are British colonials. Well, they're British deadials now. Get on that boat and get down to South Africa. And hope that that fort doesn't get taken back. The capital fort, that is. Oh my, the gold mine in Tafilalt. I feel like Tafilalt, more than most gold mines, likes to deplete. Okay, I've got a whole load of you, and we're actually missing a cannon to make a decent stack here. Otherwise, I've just got backup infantry, which I could always just leave in Lucca. And I will give you one cannon and call you a decent stack. Alright, it cost a lot of manpower, however, we did pretty well there. Peasantry. Oh, you're missing a few units of your own. 2 infantry, 2 non-infantry. You know who we don't get to see often enough? These guys. They're still here. They still contribute to my armies. That 40 stack in Milan is not quite 40. You're right. Have I forgotten how to count? Because that does happen. There we go. Right, it's not unexpected that anything and everything is rising up at this point. But it would be inconceivable for them to survive. Let's go and kill them. Sadly, none of this is really in zone of control. But I can have you guys trail out. Just to de-siege in their state. So how about that institution? God, we barely have it anywhere. We are the center of institutions, though. We got the Enlightenment, we got the Renaissance, we got the printing press. We'll never have manufactories. We will soon have global trade and colonialism, though. And very soon we'll enter the age of revolutions, where that'll help us out. Have some extra forts in your Bohemian border. Yeah. I'm not so sure it'll be needed. And it's not good land for defending either. Also, why am I letting ridiculous peasants get freebies here? Not how it works. Oh, right, I have a job to do. And that is retaking this land from the English swine. He didn't take any of this, though. If he has like a little occupation here, that's going to be a real pain. But he decided not to. Good. And I can do a quick check here. Cape occupied. That's about all he has. Oh, cute! I saw that! Granada have some decent land here. Why, if this were Hearts of Iron, they'd be swimming in that manpower. Well, in a way, this prolonging of the war works for me, because I was able to deal with that overextension rather nicely. And now, I have 100% war score. Jake, why do you suddenly have 100% war score in this war, where you're against Great Britain, and you have not occupied all of Great Britain? Well, you see, after 5 years, if you 100% occupy the war leader, and the war leader doesn't have any occupations, you get 100%. But Jake, does that allow you to make abusive peace deals on the secondary participants in the war? Why, yes it does! And since I'm doing this with Jelra, it counts as my righteous, my very righteous imperialist war against him. Lovely. Very lovely. This gives me the borders that I wanted around here. Does leave an unfortunate stain on the map here, but we'll take care of that in due time. Take a foothold in Great Britain, Jake. I'd need to get across the strait for that. And he has 90 heavy ships blocking me. I think we'll wait for the next war with Britain. Alright, that's an unfortunate amount of overextension, but it gets GB out of the coalition for a good long time, including his abusive colonies. Sadly, this is all French. Okay, let's see what this does for us. A lot of aggressive expansion, but that's to be expected. A lot of overextension, also to be expected. That's why we have loads of admin. Oh, why did I not finish off the Parisian area? Oh well. The best laid plans of mice and men. Was man ever Roman, asks Woo Trax. Well, Woo Trax, I don't know. But according to the map that I'm going by, it was not. If you have conflicting evidence with that, submit it, and we'll be able to make them Roman. Didn't I add units to you? Where'd they go? I needed 4 cannons over here. I think I also needed 4 cannons on you. Yeah, I think at some point I started thinking I need 16 cannons instead of 20 cannons. But there we go. Alright. It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty damn good. We still have a bit of Germany to take over here, though. Well, this is all Greater Germania to me, but I'm curious if the coalition will shrink or grow. Bit of a problem that Bohemia is certainly going to hate us for a while now. And they would join in the war against me because they hate my guts. Also, Castile is in the empire, which continues to be disgusting. Is that a barely there France? It's a barely there France. The capital's still here, but they've done a fair bit of colonizing. They're down here in South Africa. They're kind of there in Southeast Asia. Cute little France. They're not in the HRE, but they are in the coalition, and they're guaranteed by Great Britain, which is no fun. What was that about Grenada? Right, coalition of Grenada. Okay, jolly good, but we got coring to do. Was there ever a League War in this campaign? I think it was all done and dusted before we got there, but there was religious peace, so maybe there wasn't. Alright, thankfully the land we're taking now is largely Protestant, but there's still plenty of conversion to be doing. Oh, well, maybe not. Look at all the Muslims we've chewed through. That sounds worse than it is, but yeah. Oh, we're looking pretty undivided in faith. Nice. Also undivided in how much my people really want to revolt against me. Oh well, if anyone can do it, Albans can. Okay, so people are joining the coalition, not leaving the coalition, which is pretty grim news for me. I was hoping we could have worked our way past this. I have a lot of French diplomats though, so I think I'll add another one to outraged countries in the hope that I can do something about it, and otherwise find a way to chew up more of these guys. Nuremberg, Ravenburg, Castile. God damn Castile. Damn that Dr. Fred. Well, Britannia is also on the menu right now, so we could just get our cores and truce break our way through Britannia. That would bring in Austria and Jelra, and we do need that Austrian land. Jelran land considerably less. I mean, Jelra. Are you married with Poland? As said they would accept. I could marry them. Would I want to? I struggle to see why. Maybe in the hopes that he can churn out a better heir, but our consort is PRoman excellent. Well, you know what, let's just marry the Poles in a display of unity. After all, I do like Poland and frequently say that I do. Okay, that coalition is only growing. I'm losing opportunities to declare war on people to end the coalition. Unfortunately, Bohemia is still the emperor, and he still has a laundry list of allies that he would gladly pull in, including the Scandinavians again, the Poles. The Poles, I just married them. Pomerania, Saxony, Nassau, Utrecht. Basically nobody that I'm going to be taking land from, so it's not in my interests really to fight Bohemia here. I need a way into, say, Castile, who are allied with Norway. Only Norway. Well, Norway, you may be guaranteed by the Scandinavians, but they are pathetic compared to Castile, who I could either separate peace or just peace through Norway through, and I think piecing through Norway is the better way to do it. Alright, we've found our ticket into Greater Castile. Thank you, Norway, I really appreciate it. Question, do you have cores on this land that I'm coring? You do not. Well then, why put any brakes on the war train? Also, good thing they're so far away they didn't get the aggressive expansion with me. Remember that if the coalition encompasses all of Germany, you can dismantle the HRE in one coalition war. This is not untrue. Might be difficult to make sure none of them have truces with me, though. Well, we've got Brandenburg, we've got Bohemia, Hainaut. Okay, Utrecht. But we have truce with Utrecht. Nassau, truced again. Bavaria, truced again. Austria. I mean, I could just eat some of them up and then they'd go as well. It's another way to dismantle the HRE. Okay, Norway, Scandinavia, Castile. I'm not really in position for this war, but when am I ever? Let's just make it happen. Wham! Where are those forts of yours, chump? Well, they're nice and unupgraded, so thanks for that. Why? Okay, I thought that was a coalition being called in, but no, it's just Castile guerrilling different colonial nations. Okay. God, it gave me not a heart attack, but it certainly shocked me. Okay, this all looks fine. I don't know where the Scandinavians are going to attack from, so it's kind of nice to have a bit of an army lying around here and wait. Let's have you over there just in case. You folks don't do much for me over there, so get over to here and here. You make your move on that MTSC2. Now that I pulled you away from there, we'll have Pedantic Mikey on the case as well. See what happens. Rebels die, as they often do. Develop Proma for the age objective. We'll see about that when we're at age objective o'clock. We'll have Killer DJ march his way down there, take care of those rebs. There were other rebs, right? I'm certain it wasn't just one. Aha! I'm often certain it's not just one. If you go there, it'll take you more than a month. That's fine, I guess. That's a lot of armies, but many of them are overseas. Castile have made large, powerful colonial nations. Hopefully I can chip Castile down to size, and they're going to actually start thinking about independence. But that'll take a lot of chipping. Fine though, chip you like a tooth. Which is a very painful analogy, why'd I make that? Maybe it's time to start building heavies for the invasion of Britannia. Would cost a lot, but how else will I ever invade Britannia? Okay, well, nothing's going to happen if we don't try. Let's get you guys together at the Cape. I have 22 heavies. Maybe I'll get lucky and Britannia have an outdated fleet. $11, $12, $13, $14, $15, $16, $17, $18. That's 40 heavies. What I can probably do is put 20 here. 20 here, 20 here. Defend, defend, and we board from here. Might work, might backfire horrendously. Depends how fast they shatter our boats. If shattering is something that happens to boats. Got ourselves another decent sized stack there. Hang out in Lucca, that's fine. This land is fairly undefended, isn't it? Too easy for them to push very deep into my country. I should erect something decent on both Pest and Bihar. Should stop them getting too far in. Yeah, let's get rid of this garbage. I'm not made of money. Let's just have a level 6 fort around here. Not anticipating the biggest problems known to man. I don't like there being a fort here. It's very not good for defense. Heavens knows there are better provinces for forts here. But it already has one, and that makes upgrading it that bit cheaper. So let's just grin and bear it. Why am I eating deficit sandwich right now? I think I built too much of an army. I don't want to admit that, but the Romans are spending way too much on their military these days. Sorry, I'm sure we can cut back once the wars are over. Roman wars end eventually. Ah, there is also the point that I'm rooting out corruption, which is eating up most of it. That'll go away. Barwa is down. Sadly, Bar are no longer one for this world. Let's push forward so I can have my army together there. Let's go together. Split up, make a move, make a break, make a move. And send in some backup just in case things get a bit grimbo up there. Heavens knows where the Scandinavian freaks are going to attack from. Root out corruption? Yeah, I am rooting out corruption. To the maximum. Okay, plenty of people want to rise up, including Moroccans. I still have my Moroccan army, of course. Ha! Yeah, I had them. Okay. Try not to get caught by the 39 heavies they have there. Get yourselves back up to Iran if you can. Yeah, we knew it, but they're going for one of our forts. We should be fine. Tributary state is on a rampage. I'm happy to see it. So the bigger he gets, the more he pays. And I'm certainly big enough to be scary enough to keep him in line. To Zealand just yet, but once this fort falls, well, how about that? MTSC2 bit the bullet, but that's okay. All according to plan. So if I were to make my peace deal here, oh my, there won't be a lot of Spain left after this, I tell you that much for free. In fact, we should be able to take all of the land that we demand off of Spain in this war. Well, maybe. This land is probably too expensive. I might be able to force him out of the HRE, though. If I take HRE land and force him into Flandes or Gante, that'll be that. Do you need 60 heavies to block all the neighbouring cells around the English Channel? Like 15 or so here, 15 here, and 15 here would probably do the job, but I want to hold out. And he will probably attack me, because, you know, I'm going to be gunning straight for the occupied London. Okay, this isn't good enough though. I also need to take out Scandinavia and Norway. And that still won't be enough. I need to probably hold out for another 5 years, but that's okay. I need to lick my wounds for a bit, and there have been wounds. It was a pretty big war against the Germans there. Oh, good God. Go. How well do you swim? Not very well. I don't know why swimming lessons get removed from the line of succession, but there you have it. We're also short another general, and I got no problem plowing through these. We've got more mill than we know what to do with, and I think it's a return of Meow. Whew, Meow looks happy to be back. Okay, can we march up here? No, we don't have... I don't need this big an army just hanging around Spain. But people around here probably want to rise up, so get over to Contetin. And then you folks, preferably backed up by you folks, make your way up to Scandinavia, and that'll be the Scandinavian detachment. Somebody needs to hold on to the Balkans though, or the Greater Balkans. Hungarians probably really don't like being called Balkans, just like Romanians don't like being called Eastern Europe. Oh yeah, I don't know why I stopped, but I always used to refer to Poland as Western Europe. Probably because I started liking Poland, so making fun of them stopped being so fun for me. Jake, why aren't you fleshing out ideas? Because I want my admin for other things. That said though, I think I have plenty of admin and I won't be spending it for a while, so let's get a couple of those. The cost is not a big deal. Many of these things are not a big deal anymore. Austria, I had a chance to fight you there and I didn't take it. Probably because you would have brought in the Brits too early. I also dismissed the army that was going to kill you. That's your job now. Good luck. You're doing it, okay. Where's that navy of mine? We're gonna redirect you because that fort is falling fast. 11 salt, take it down, and then make our way back to what's it called, and you're there to take care of them. Hopefully we mash down some enemy fleets on the way, and when it comes to mashing, we also keep doing that with, oh man, we could wipe out the last of the Muslims here, but let's stick to the game plan here, which is going with equal length conversions. God, some are expensive, but what you gonna do? Goodbye money. Good luck going full time, says Kratel. Thanks to the recent Death Road streams, kept me sane in the evenings during intense periods of work. If it's intense work, is it not incredibly distracting watching a stream? Well, I mean, I won't question whatever works for you, even though I just did. I'm just glad you enjoy, and I'm itching for more Death Road. Might be nice to play some this Sunday, but that depends how bad the Iceborne itch is. And I'm guessing it's going to be very bad. Yeah, send another 40 stack up there just to keep that defended. You never know what these snow Germans are going to get up to. You're protected by Tyrol, which is no big deal, especially since you're already cored. So you get over to Tyrol and keep it safe, keep it sane. Oh my, Austria decided to sell themselves out to the highest bidder, which somehow Castile afforded. Now, making it over here might be a bit tough, but we'll do our best. Oh wow, I didn't even try to stop us. Can we make it all the way to Holland then? That would be handy. If I control this, I'll be able to freely move around. Oh, well, that's very, very handy. I don't even need Scandinavia in all of this, but I do need a way over to Norway. So I want to take this and just march my armies up north, and then we're good to go. Austrian fools. The streams are for post-work brain melt time. Oh, well. Glad you enjoy. Norway has Iceland too. You'll need to siege that. For all I know, Norway have little colonies left, right, and center. Ugh. Maybe I won't go for 100%. Dunno. This is Castilian. Okay. Well, if I take the Castilian, like, God, he was going ham with culture conversion. Okay, we'll just see what we can get. I'm not sure if I'm keen on chasing down every last Scandinavian. Then again, their fleet isn't that scary, and I am building up one of my own right now. We shall consider. It might be worth it holding out for the 5 years. I mean, I'm coming up for 2 years deep in it already. And we have to wait a bit on truces and rebels and all that fun stuff anyway. Alright, get over there and we'll have everything done. There's no point separate piecing out Scandinavia, as best as I can tell. I'm just going to occupy everything I can on him and kill and keep moving. Well, they were very kind to give me free access here. And that's a nice bunch of cores that sees me back in the black. Is Generator 113 the normal Frostpunk start or exclusive to autumn, asks Face McSnuggler. Well, your terrifyingly bad name aside, I got no idea. What did Castile just occupy? Oh, right. No, that didn't explain it. Oh. Right, on the plus side, this is occupied by Castile. Castile probably will occupy all of this, which means it doesn't go to Norway, which works in my favor. I've been completely unable to defend the Cape in this scenario, but what you gonna do? Lost my train of thought as well, for what it's worth. Well, let's get it back on track by slaughtering some Scandinavians who, for whatever reason, are at war with Lorraine. Shadow. Take him down. Ooh, I can't. Well, stare menacingly at them. Unless Lorraine wants to give me right of way. They do not, because they hate me. Oh, I know nothing about Generator 113. I don't know which one that is. I don't check the numbers. Perhaps I should. Let's just vosk 100 ducats a month on conversions. It'd be a lot cheaper if I had the Inquisition. Goodbye money. Missionary maintenance 102 ducats per... Okay, maybe I should be a little less silly about it and actually focus on ones that are not costing me an arm and a leg. They do exist. They're there, for example. The other ones can be dealt with in due time. Alright, well, the Scandinavians got cold feet and ran away. The Castilians are taking that land down, as we somewhat expect them to. I need to get going on Norway eventually. But it's not like the Scandinavian forts are holding out all that well. Or at all. It's a pleasure. I see we're capped on mill. This is very expensive, but whatever. That mill's not doing anything else of value. Well, I'll be damned. Of all the people that would come and take Constantinople, it would be Lithuania. And I don't think the Ottomans exist anymore. Wow, what a sad day for them. Mercantilism is right, obviously. I'm curious if I have right of way into here. No, I don't. At least I don't think I do. But I'm sure the Russians will be only too happy to give me military access in my war against their enemies. They want you to have Bessarabia too. No, I don't want Bessarabia. I'll be fine without it. Are these guys ever going to come here? Guess not. I think we lost a military leader. You really chew through them when you have 6 on rotation, but I think it's for it's revenge for our greatest flagship ever, the Amaralon. Yeah, you'll make short work of those. Varmland, what a joke name. Nothing Varm about it. Man, just playing in Scandinavia makes me want to boot up the Banner Saga again. That was a great game, and will likely continue to be a great game as we resume playing through the whole shebang. That's kind of bad. That's also kind of bad. I don't have a good run into them. I could turn around and hope that I get them in time. Yeah, let's make it so. Go Alwins. 28% to hold out. And you do. Good on you. Stockholm is down. Somewhere Light L is desperately unhappy. Yeah, you better run. Oh, it feels nice to be making manpower at this point. It really drained me that last war. Well, that's because I'm really awful at fighting big wars like that. Many fronts, and I don't have time to even think about it. Well, I mean, I have time. I have all the time in the world. I could just pause, but I don't want to. I was elected to lead, not to read, as they say. Oh, Syria! Welcome to my country. That's some land that I probably should have focused on converting a while back, but I didn't. Let's send you over for the sorting out of armies. I might even cut back on my army down the line. Let's just get rid of these guys. Where are those snow Germans even gonna go? Like, where can they retreat to? Can you tell me? They're probably going up and around that way to get back to their home. Well, that really, really, really sucks for them. The heavy fleet is ready to be deployed. If you hold control and drag, you only grab boats. We're going to use our Moroccan army for it, because this land is all converted and surely will never revolt. Good grief, that is expensive. It's going to cost me about 750 ducats to convert that one province. I will never make that money back. No, I did not play Cultist Simulator at all. I mean, it's a card game, right? Card game doesn't really hold a lot of sway over me. Hard to get excited about that. Amaralon, make it so. Right, slight problem with invading the Norwegian holdings in North America. there are a lot of enemies in North America that I'm not sure I really want to take on. So we should do a stopgap that is invading Norway. Invading Norway, it sounds like an absurd proposition. Who would do this? Who stands to gain? Alright, truce with Litauen is up. They don't mind me so much, they're not going to join the coalition. I'm going to get Castilla as coalition, which is kind of cool. I wonder if anybody else is going to join it though. Got a fairly decent truce with Blobhemia. 20th, 31st, 22nd, 21st. That's not good enough. They're going to escape to... Oh, there's Åland. Åland is a real thing. And it takes a while to get to. Okay. Well, that's what the Navy's en route for. It's not about whether these conversions make me my money back or not. It's more about just removing people that shouldn't be here. Let's do the ones that don't quite cost me an arm and a leg first. Why attack my nice country Norway? We are good guys, says Soy Free. Well, what's left of your country, which ain't a lot. I met plenty of Norwegians when I was with that oil and gas people. Seemed like people with good work ethic. Also met a Norwegian who bought me a burger. Gotta hand it to the guy, probably had to take out a mortgage to afford that Scandinavian burger. Good grief. Alright, Iceland's going down. I don't want any of this land, I want this land. And it's all part of my amazing idea to force Castile out of the HRE. It's a pretty great idea. I gotta hand it to myself. I made good decisions. I'm gonna need to leave a 40 stack to pretty much defend the area though. You were in the oil and gas? I didn't work for oil and gas, I was just private security. The story is not terribly exciting. I've got relatives in oil and gas. I've been there before and just went, yeah, no. Nothing's worth working in this industry. Not for me. Righto, we have a problem. We don't have the development for large capital. Let's change that straight away. Well done, Prom. Means I can get rid of this encouraged development, instead get back to our manpower. Right, Flanders is not in the HRE. Yeah, that's kind of why I want to force them into these two provinces if possible. And I should be able to because they're Castilian. They'll be forced out that way. Well, one of them's Castilian. Oh god, they might go over there. God damn, do I really need to take Hollanda? Why did you convert Hollanda to Castilian? Okay, I might need to do border gore galore encore on Castile here. But if it must be done, it must be done. Did Castile change its capital to the HRE province after you conquered Iberia? They didn't have much of a choice in the matter. I stole their capital, so the game went, okay, where's the next best developed Castilian European province? And then they threw them over to Antwerpia. Yeah, I should have never gotten that, but oh well, what you gonna do? That is disgusting. I hope this isn't Castilian. It's not. But that's assuming I'm going for a 100% war score on this. That might be the right thing to do. I mean, the war's been going on for 4 years. It's just another. Alright, well, looks like I'm making my move on Norwegian James Bay. Soon, but not yet. Oh, Holstein, welcome to the map. Also, welcome the ability to abolish slavery. I think I will never take that. Then again, I would re-roll the good on the Cape, which could become gold, but no. I don't want to abolish slavery. I do want to make converting my provinces not cost me an arm and a leg, though. I thought rule 1 of versing Castile was never go to North America. I need those 2 provinces if I want to get a 100% war score in this war, and it would be of muckle usefulness to me to do so. Calais is done, Rennes is done, goody goody. Alright, we have a rule about what we do with conversions here. Good grief, these Scandinavian freaks. Oh, there's more down here. Fine by me, I suppose. That is not a good stack for anything. We'll keep you back. You'll be like the puffed out chest for all of this. Was Ulm part of the Roman Empire? I don't know. I don't know the specifics here. I'm just going in broad strokes. Thinking isn't going to get me anywhere. Got particularists as well. Oh gosh. It's not looking easy getting some of these guys out of the coalition, but it's not looking impossible either. Not sure Shamar really contributes much to it all, but we're working on getting them out. All these people are idling away, though. I don't like that. Don't like that at all. Whatever I do for plague isn't worth 700 ducats. No way, no how. I don't even know where these guys are running to. Actually, I don't think they could run anywhere. That's them very dead. I think whilst I'm waiting on everything else... those Norwegians are still alive. My least favourite kind of Norwegians. Alright, well, I can drop in unannounced. It'll take a bit. They'll probably go over here, though. I can take them on. France, dishonored. France need to be removed well and truly, but we'll get there. Speaking of removed well and truly, I think that's the end of the Norwegians there. And if we look at this, Scandinavia still have a few thousand troops kicking about, possibly floating around Russia right now. Let's at least move over and take over the last of Åland. Norman separatists, I'm pretty ready for those. Too many territories giving me loads of corruption now. That's quite unfortunate, but we do have a lot of territories. We're just going to have to accept that... oh, good grief, that's a lot of money. That is going to cost big time. Army maintenance is a big part of this, though. Could scale down. Could remove some forts. We have a lot of forts that cost a lot of money. For example, this region really isn't under threat anymore. So I could remove a lot of fortifications here. The level 2 ones aren't really much to worry about. This is such a good position for a fort, though. So's that. No, I think we're going to have to scale back the amount we spend on fortification, because it costs such an arm and a leg now. Not going to have Rosetta, but we'll keep Cairo. You're level 2, so you're fine. I wrecked quite a few forts here. I'm still glad that I did. We'll probably have to open up a front here eventually. Level 8 in Aleppo, though? Oh no. This is a good fort. Keeps it all tied up. Oh well. We gotta slim back here. We've been spending too much money. Still like that fort though. Too much money. And I already erected the fort wall here. So with a bit of luck we won't even need all these forts back. probably surplus to requirement. Nah, Trent is surplus. Brescia's still good. Ah, but I do have Bern now. There's no way through you. Yeah, with Bern, Brescia is no longer needed. Wallace is still great. No. It's not what we want at all. Alright, that should save us a bit of money on forts. Jinx, not nearly enough. Take the fort in Gotland. Oh, Gotland exists, right. How could I forget? And yet I did. You're worth 2 mil to kill. So yeah, still some Norwegians and Scandinavians floating about, but they're probably just traversing around Russia. It's okay. From experience, we know that that ends the lives of the Scandinavians. Glorious. Right, let's keep it up. I know it's hell expensive, but I want to have a nice religiously unified empire here. Bornholm too. Okay, literally lived near Åland and Gotland. Can't remember them. Oh, Jake literally lived. Wait. Don't know what you're going on about. This isn't that here. Not sure if you were saying it was me or you that lived near them. Okay. Time to go and invade... Okay, I actually don't need to take Gotland here. We should just head on over and take these 2 provinces from Norway and we're good to go. As long as they don't occupy anything in their name, that should be 100% for us. And the end of most of Castile. I think I accidentally detached the galleys. Which is fine, the galleys should not be in the big attack stack out there. The galleys should be defending the Med. However, they're going to be intercepted there, but that should be okay. Those are Friesland heavies, not a big deal for me. Get over to Granada, we like Granada. I also like having a functional guy here. Alright, I get that 100%, which I should soon. And then it's a good fight, good night Castile. Or so I hope. I'm anticipating their capital be moved to one of these 2 provinces. Can't think of anywhere else it would go. It could go out here, sure, but I mean that's just fine for me as well. Just trying to think of feasible locations for it. Alright, welcome. Get over there. And pray you don't run into Castilian colonial forces, because that would suck. Takes a wee bit to unload here, but you'll get there. Great Britain's going to attack my ex-ally Vijayanagara. I'm not sure how to feel about that. I'm thinking neutral. Much better, right? I knew you could do it, PS. I knew you could produce something of value. We're gonna have Grand... Whoa. We're gonna have Grand Caps Lock. Lost my train of thought. Grand Jester. Welcome. 624 is fine by me. I'd like a bit more dip instead of mill, but that'll do. Can't you separate piece Scandinavia for loads of money United? I'm going to wait for the 100% before I consider that. I don't want to smear the finish. If for some reason it didn't work out with getting 100% on Norway, like they have something that I just can't get, In fact, I feel like I wasn't thorough enough looking at the world. They could have some crummy little colony somewhere. But it looks like they don't. Okay, that's Castilian. Alright, seems fine. Lariz comes in and says, "Hello Jake, this looks just magnificent." Feels pretty magnificent too, but I need this occupation here. It should only take a month. I also need my incredibly expensive conversions to go. And then we have almost completed our religiously unified empire. Yeah, that looks good. Can't believe the money I sank into that. And that's 100% just as they're getting rebels there. Scandinavia, it's been nice. I would like loads of money and loads of money and loads of money, please. I also want a long truce for them. I don't want to bum about with them again. They don't have allies that are particularly useful to me. Not that I can think of, at least. Actually, spare a bit of that money. Stop being allied with Bohemia. That keeps costing me. And now, Norway, I demand that you make the incredible sacrifice of giving up all of Castile to me. Plus 4 ducats. I think we can all agree to that. Okay. Where does our capital go? Nice. And that is forcing Castile out of the HRE. It's not of great concern anymore, since they only have 3 provinces left that I can even take. But it was good to put our boot into Castile again, because I think my feelings towards Castile are adequately clear by now. But yeah, I take it from Mort II in chat saying, "Screw you, Castile. The 4 ducats were too much." I can agree with this. What? Okay. Onto that boat you go. Yes! Kicking Castile out has suddenly made everybody too terrified to fight me. They saw what I did to them. I was strong enough to forcibly rip somebody out of the empire. And now they're thinking, maybe the coalition's not the right place to be. Oh, Brazil were the last to leave. I think that is the soft casus belli to declare war on everyone else that we need to. Let's get you guys back home. You guys have a fairly long walk home, but on you'd go. Okay, and I don't think we're truce locked with many of them. Yeah, Salzburg can go, France can go. France is guaranteed by GB. Jake, Bohemia wants to be allies? Bohemia does not at all want to be allies. They're outraged, they hate me, they got no trust, unlawful territory, the whole shebang. Didn't you just leave people in American Norway? No, I'm quite certain we got them on the boat. There we go. Okay, Prome's looking really good. The name placement's looking even better. Could be just a little better, I think. And we have successfully taken over a whole bunch of the land that we claim needs to be ours. There's just a wee bit more on the mainland to do. Britannia, and then clean up. And I think we can get all of that done in the next and final session. Cheers for joining for PRoman Empire tonight. The next stream will be DDR tomorrow. I don't know when the stream after that'll be. It might not be till Sunday because Iceborne is coming out, and I'm just going to lock the door and throw away the key. We'll just see what comes of that. I'm a big Monster Hunter fan, much like when we were racing against time to do the Armenia playthrough when Monster Hunter World first came out, and this is almost a similar situation. It'll be no later than Sunday though. But until then, cheers and cheerio.